Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing good. Great. Thank you for joining. Today's the last class. I'll be missing you all and the classes. Okay, anyways, I
We all
can.
miss you too, ma'am.
Yeah,
Mind-blowing classes.
thank you so much. So let others join. Meanwhile, we can start. We'll ground ourselves before we proceed with the classes, okay? Close your eyes, relax your body, relax your shoulders. Just try to settle your body down. Let the thoughts come. Try not to judge your thoughts. Now slowly bring your awareness to your body, observing your body from your head to toes. Try to scan your body. Scan your body from your head to toes. Focus on every inch of your body. And as you focus, try to relax that part of your body. Make sure your shoulders are not lifted up. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your heads are not lifted up. Chin is not lifted up. It is relaxed. You're not biting your teeth, clenching your jaws. If so, just relax. You're not tightening your fingers, making fists. Relax your palms. You're not tightening your toes like holding on to something on the floor. Relax your feet. So your body is totally relaxed. With every exhalation, let go of the pain, let go of the discomfort from your body, let go of the stress, all the physical and mental limitations that you have. Take a deep inhalation through your nostrils. Exhale through your mouth. Gently imagine the pain, the stress, the tension going away from your body. Once again, inhale through both the nostrils. Exhale through your mouth. Gently observe the pain vanishing from your body, stress, tension, the doubt, negative thoughts, poor self-image, underconfidence. One more conscious breath. Inhale deeply through your nostrils. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Release all the negative patterns from your body, from your mind. Now gently start to observe your mind. How do you feel right now? What are the thoughts, the moving thoughts, the dilemma, the confusions, the oscillation of thoughts, without any judgments, nothing good, nothing bad, or no perception. Just observe. Let it flow. Just observe. Gently bring your palms in front of your chest in Namaskara Mudra. We'll take a deep inhalation and chant one Omkara. Inhale deeply. Slowly and gently blink your eyes open. Thank you. Thank you for joining today. Good. Today is the last class. So we have a simple, thoughtful quiz at the end of the class so that you all can recap all that we have learned. Okay. So today's topic, the last class topic is how we are going to integrate the philosophy and practical experiences that we are learning during the practice. Okay. Again, the last class and this class are going to be like a recap for you. It is not anything new that we are going to learn in that chapter, but anyways today I'll teach you the type of meditation that we wanted to learn in previous classes. So how we have to meditate, what is the use of the meditations, what is the benefit of the meditations, and all that meditational practices, so that you can embark on the meditation journey, okay, from the beginner level, so that you don't jump directly sitting in with your thoughts. Okay, that is going to distract you definitely. So after that, and we will learn how to chant omkara as well, like what is the significance, how the frequency works, what are the sounds when you chant om, where are the vibrations coming from, so what you have to observe, where the awareness should be when you chant omkara. Okay, so we will learn about isolation of breath as well when we chant the omkara, that is called as vyagraha shwasa. Okay, that is a pranayama practice. Vyagraha shwasa. Okay, that is also called as sectional breathing. So that also we will see today. Okay, hope I finish on time with all these topics, because once I start, it keeps going. Okay, fine. So before we get into this topic of class 12 that we will see later, okay, before that I just wanted to talk about the types of meditations, meditation techniques, okay, not meditations, it is meditation techniques. We call it as vak. Vak means the sound, okay, vak in Sanskrit, V-A-K, vak. So all these techniques that I'm going to explain today is based on the sound, okay, the vibrations of it. And then slowly you ascend to the higher intelligence where you sit in stillness. Okay, that is called as ajapa. Ajapa. Japa is what you meditate with a mantra. Ajapa is without mantra, it automatically happens. Okay, so that is ajapa. That is advanced level of meditation. That is what we are planning to achieve by all these techniques. Okay, this is a vak form of meditation. Because there are many meditations, like if you go and check online, they'll call it as visualization meditation, chakra meditation, many meditations are available. Okay, but what we are talking about is vak meditation. It is from the yogic scriptures and especially tantric practices. Okay, yesterday we spoke, right, sattvic practices, tantric practices. So especially in that practices it is being mentioned about these meditational practices. Okay, so there are main 4 types of meditation techniques, so that we have discussed, like not elaborately, briefly. Wait, I'll share the screen so that you can take notes as well. Okay, so levels of meditation is what we are going to see today, from silence. Okay, so where do we get this information from? From Tantra Yoga and Nada Yoga. Nada means sound. Nada means sound. So there is something called Nada Yoga where we use the music and the chanting. You do nothing else. So that is also a type of yoga that is being practiced broadly. Okay. Okay, so this is where it is coming from. So now the first one is Vaikhari. That is the basic meditation that we follow. That is what I was talking about, the beginner level of meditation, Vaikhari, and it is very beneficial, Vaikhari meditation. So it is audible meditation. Okay, so where gross level of sound, where you chant on to a mantra or you do bhajans. Okay, it is a vachika japa means vach, va is mouth. Okay, vak is the sound by the mouth, vachika is a sound from the mouth. So spoken japa, spoken mantra, that is vachika japa. So we will be using this vachika japa to practice this meditation. Okay, and since we are using the sound, the focus is on our throat. The sound comes from the throat, the vishuddhi. Okay, and state of this meditation is awake state, jagrat. Okay, jagrat means wakened state. You are awakened. Awakened in the sense not that higher intelligent awaken, it is wake state. You are conscious. You don't go into that trance state when you do meditation and chanting, right? Not that, but you are awake. Okay, you are in the wake state. So it is usually audible chanting, most always audible chanting, and it focuses on the Vishuddhi chakra. Here also chakra is relatable. Okay, it will trigger that is why if you do chanting, if you keep chanting mantras, you feel very empowered. So that is why before any big meetings, or if you see any celebrities, before they chant mantras, okay, or giving an important interview, that gives you confidence. Your throat chakra is activated. So what does the throat chakra do? Give you confidence, public speaking, talking to everyone, teaching, and then you're able to raise up. You can question. So all these depends on your throat chakra. The confidence comes from the throat chakra. So it is a waking state, okay? So Vaikari, the pronunciation is Vaikari, Vaikari meditation. Okay. Next one is Madhyama. This is mental meditation. So Madhyama is mental chanting. So what happens in mental chanting is you involve the heart chakra. Okay. So you have a mantra. For example, if you're chanting Om, you have the mantra. It doesn't happen without the mantra. But the chanting is happening with the mantra inside your head. You're not telling it louder. Subtle inner dialogue awareness it is. If you're chanting Om, closing your eyes, Om keeps running in your mind, but you don't need to tell that mantra, tell that japa. Okay, and it focuses on the heart chakra, anahata. Anahata chakra. The state of this meditation is called as swapna, dreaming state. Okay, because you don't focus on the sound. It is like soundless meditation. It is like a dream state. Okay, and in between this Vaikari and Madhyama, we have something called Upanshu. Okay, that is important. That is not considered as that we have discussed in our classes. It is not considered as important one because these are the four main meditation techniques. In between Vaikari and Madhyama is Upanshu, where I told you, right, lip sync, whispering the sound. It is not, you don't do that is Vaikari. If you do for example, if you are in a public space, you cannot chant it louder. You want to still do chanting, but you are getting distracted when to do Madhyama. When you close your eyes and do Madhyama chanting, it is keep on distracting you. You cannot either chant it louder or you cannot shut your mind and keep chanting inside. So that time you start doing Upanshu chanting. Okay, that is whispering, just like Om, Om, Om. Sound is there, but it is like a whispering in a husky voice, little slight whispering of the same mantra, Upanshu. Okay, it is a whispering soft sound. Yes, Amrita.
That means murmuring, right?
Yeah, whispering, murmuring, yeah.
Okay.
Slow, soft sound. Okay, you don't tell it out loud. Okay, so after that is Madhyama, it is mantle chanting, and the chakra involved here is Anahata chakra. Okay, here next one after Madhyama is Pashyanti. Pashyanti is inner perception. Okay, focusing, inner perception, kind of visualization. You visualize something. Okay, you don't it is kind of I'm chanting Om. Instead of the sound, I'm visualizing the letters of Om. For example, if I'm chanting Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, when I'm chanting, I'm doing Om Namah Shivaya, but I'm seeing the letters inside my head. Or Shiva Shiva. In temples, you would have seen Shiva Shiva or Namah Shivaya. Some image of that letters comes into your mind and you start focusing on that letters. Okay, visualizing the letter. See, mantra seen as light, form, or image. You're focusing on the mantra still, not a person, not a flame, not something like that. You're still focusing on the mantra, but you are seeing that mantra. That is Pashyanti, that is your inner perception. Okay, here the sound takes form. Till then, it is just a sound. The mantra is a sound. But here you are giving a form to that sound. Okay, as in an image or a letter form as an image or a temple with that image, like that. I don't know why I get calls during the classes. Okay, so like that. So it is like deep concentration. You cannot keep your mind fluttering here and there. This needs a deep concentration. This brings deep concentration. This is also a bit good method. After you keep practicing on Vaikari, Upanshu, Madhyama, then you can start this inner perception technique. It is kind of Shushupti state. Shushupti state means deep sleep state. For example, we do scanning of our body parts in Shavasana. Okay, kind of. Shavasana is nothing but Yoga Nidra, like shorter form of Yoga Nidra. So what we do there, deep sleep, but we are awake inside. But the effect it gives is like a deep sleep. And here you focus on the image, there is a deep concentration, and this comes from the Manipura chakra, the navel, where the fire is always there, where that it is always active. So it comes from the navel point, belly button, okay, Manipura chakra. So after Pashyanti, so you finish Vaikari, you finish Upanshu, you finish Madhyama, and then you proceed to Pashyanti. If you want to start your meditation journey, this is how it has to be. Okay, sometimes with regular practice, you can directly come to inner perception. That is up to you. It depends. That is why the higher intelligence happens faster in some people, longer in some people. That depends on your environment also, what you do every day, how clean you keep yourself, yamas, niyamas. Those will guide you to get deep into the practice. If you don't follow yamas and niyamas, there is always a conflict. The vritti is higher in your chitta. Okay, fluctuations must be higher. Okay, this is Pashyanti. Next one is very important. It is a transcendental meditation is para chanting. Para chanting is source of all the sound. Okay, the silence. So what happens here is soundless sound. It is like a soundless sound. Okay, major of the meditator and the mantra. You no more focus on the mantra, you no more focus on the sound. As soon as you sit for meditation, automatically the mantra starts within. So para is kind of before I think of that mantra, the energy arises. It is like before I think to stand up, the energy in me is ready to make me stand up. That is para chanting. For example, if I want to do Om Namah Shivaya chanting, before I go and sit for chanting, my mind automatically starts its chanting. That is a energy, that is a energy, upward energy, the surge in your energy you get before you sit for the meditation. That is the transcendental. That is why it is transcendental. No matter, no sound, no visualization, nothing. Your body see the upsurge in the energy before you start the chanting. Okay, before your body is ready, the energy picks up the chanting. So that is para meditation. Okay, energy, but that energy flow with the intention, because the intention is to meditate. Before you said, when you have that intention itself, the energy flows. You don't need to go and physically sit and start. Before you go and sit or choose a place to sit, automatically it happens. That is very powerful kind of meditation. That is called as para meditation. It happens only completely in silence. Okay, and it is the root. Okay, because that is a mula. So it comes from the root chakra. Okay, beyond everything. Okay, so turiya is transcendental state. It is not sleep state, it is not awake state, it is awakened state. Okay, that is the state of this transcendental meditation. Okay, and after para there is, so now you see Vaikari is gross physical body, the sound. When you come to para, you have achieved the subtle body already. So everything in yoga teaches us to travel from the gross body to the subtle body. So when you start with Vaikari, you are still in the gross state. But when you reach up to para, you are in the subtle state. Okay, so that is how we transcend from that state to this state. So after this para, it might not be here. The ajapa japa is there, no? That is advanced even after para. Okay, it is like opposite to japa. Japa is meditating on something. Ajapa is non-meditative state, but your body keeps meditating. That is ajapa. That is like extreme state. Okay, that is called ajapa. Sometimes some people call like both para and ajapa as same, but ajapa is like over, like it is advanced state of meditative meditation. Okay, where the mantra chants itself without putting an effort. Okay, para is upsurge in the energy before you set the when you set the intention. At least you have the intention. But in ajapa there is no japa, it is ajapa. The mantra starts to chant itself inside you. That is ajapa. Okay, so this is how you have to start your journey when you have to embark on your meditation journey. Okay, it depends. Sometimes you can skip the levels, sometimes you need lot of years of practice in one level itself. It depends on your practice, it depends on your niyamas, how you treat yourself, how you treat others. It depends on asana pranayama practice, because you have to sit for longer period of time. Okay, so all these, why it is so effective, all these mantras are nothing but the like syllables, like, or the alphabets from Sanskrit has 50 alphabets. Okay, every alphabet has a vibration. That is why all these alphabets put together as a mantra has its own vibration. Okay, so that is why keep on chanting. For example, if you go to temple, you ring the bell. Even in churches, you ring the bell. There is something related to sound. If you come from any religion, whichever religion, there is something related to the sound. Why? Because it has a vibration, it has a frequency. So that is the right way of banging the bell in the temple. It is not just staying away and doing this. Go right under the bell, start to do it. Ring the bell, under the bell, go under the bell. Then only you've received that vibration. It is good. Okay. So these are the type of so okay. Okay, so these are the type of meditation techniques. So how does it support? Like supporting japa practices. How do you do? Upanshu japa is a whispered mantra. Ajapa japa, it is spontaneous inner repetition. You don't do anything. So gradual movement from sound to silence. This is what is happening when you travel from the Vaikari to ajapa state. Okay, this is what is happening. Supporting japa practices, all these will come under this. Especially these will help a lot, because in Upanshu you already started to whisper. It is no more the sound louder. Okay, so summary: Vaikari, spoken, throat chakra; Madhyama, mental meditation; heart chakra; Pashyanti, visual meditation; navel, it is not visual in the sense, not the object, visualizing the mantra; Para is silence from the root chakra. Yes, Amrita.
Ma'am, my doubt is that Pashyanti is a visual. Then why not it is this third eye chakra? Why it is navel chakra?
So that is what the Manipura chakra gives you, the stability. Okay, you have a stable body to do this. That is what the Manipura chakra does. Okay, it is an activation. It is a fire element in the body. Okay, so the all the visualization, being creative. Creative is Swadhisthana. Manipura also does that. But the stability is given by the Manipura chakra. That is why it is the navel. It upsurges from the navel. Okay, from the belly button. So that is why. So there is, apart from this, I just wanted to talk about something else which is not in this topic. If you start listening to some gurus who has the knowledge about all these things, you might have heard it before. What is this? Okay, I think it is visual as in taken physical form. I think it is visual as taken in physical form in the sense, Ratka. I don't know.
Like the Pashwant, the visual, it's in the navel, because I think when something becomes so embedded into you, it becomes like a physical form, like we have manifested it, which means we have embodied it. This is probably why it's visual, but actually it is a manifested embodiment form. This is why it's in the navel.
Correct.
This is how I imagine it,
Yeah, that is
or
a
I
good.
understand it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, correct. That is correct. Because until then it is sound. Then we are giving a form to it. Okay? So that is what, like, we are giving a form. Yeah. So that is why. Okay? So apart from this, something interesting that you can know is so that you understand what are the, I think I have a question. Yes, Serena, please go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, I've been doing the transcendental meditation for around 5 years now. And some of the times I used to lose space and time. For a second, I'll be outdoor, like doing something, not the meditation. And other times when somebody's talking to me, I will also lose the time and the space for a few seconds. And people has been noticing, does it have anything to do with my meditation? Is it the para or something like that?
No, if you're doing transcend, so did you follow this levels or you just start practicing? Like, how does it happening to you? Like, how did you get into that level?
Out of nowhere. I'll be in public or talking to someone, and it
Okay.
happened like I noticed it. It was probably like 2, 3 times that I noticed it, that it was very obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, it hasn't been happening the past
Okay.
year or two.
Okay. No, it is just a transcendental state, right? So mind behaves that way. That is why it doesn't happen with everyone. Okay, para chanting is not easy. It is like glad you have experienced that. Okay, but it can be understood by people who at least have the knowledge about it. What you can do, it is nothing wrong in it, but what you can do is you can go through this structure so that you have the hold on it. It doesn't go like all over so that others notice or question you or you feel little embarrassed, not like that. So go through the structure, try japa meditation and try the pashyanti meditation sometimes, and then try this one. You can, so that it is
Oh,
like channelizing you in this way, this
so
level.
it was losing control over my meditation state, or how do we
It
call
is
it?
not losing control. That is how the body and mind behaves, you know. That is why the rishis and munis, they don't stay in the city. They go somewhere outwards because no
Oh,
one can understand their state, the physical state or the mental state. Because suddenly they'll talk something because they see things that we don't see. Okay, whatever see that we see in the universe, it is just 1%. There are things. I'm sitting here. There might be entities next to me sitting. It is not seen with our visible eyes. That is why if you see animals, they can see that frequency, that vibrations animals can feel, the birds can feel before a flood, before kind of tsunami and all. So that is the vibrations. Okay, everybody cannot understand that. Human, we have limitations, but all these practices will try help you tap, exceed these limitations that you have. Okay, so that is a
okay.
good thing, but try to tame it. Try to tame it
Ha.
by using the other type of meditational practices as well, so that when you are in public space, it doesn't go out of your control. So whenever you feel
Okay.
like you're
And
going out, yeah, yes, sorry.
yeah, I just wanted to ask if I want it to happen more frequently, how can I stimulate it, or like have it happen in control when I'm alone?
So do you have a guru? Is anyone teaching you?
The transcendental meditation is with the Maharishi. I don't know if you heard of it. It's the TM. It's called the TM. There is a guru here in Lebanon, but he's not, I don't feel that he is as advanced as he should be for such questions, because he couldn't answer my question.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
he didn't know the explanation of what happened to me. You just gave it to me. Thank you very much,
No,
actually.
no worries, no
Uh,
worries. My pleasure. So that is why, see, this is one classic example. Like without practicing all these things, sometimes it is inborn. Some people have it inborn. Okay, that is why I told, no, maybe it will take me 10 years. It might take you 2 years. It depends on how your body is ready. This is a vessel. Our body is a vessel to receive the energy, to give the energy, to accommodate. So you have to keep your body. I believe you do asana practice and pranayama practices as well, right? So try to do
Yes.
that. Yeah, yes. Do asana also, do pranayama also, and slowly continue this transcendental meditation as well. There is nothing wrong. You can do the chanting. Vaikari will also help, or just whispering. So whenever you feel like it is going beyond your control, get your access back to something like Upanshu, where you start whispering some mantra. Have a mantra for you. So that will bring you
Okay.
back to the present state and focus on the mantra. So those kind of things will not happen in public.
Okay. So
Okay.
if I want them to become deeper when I'm
Hmm.
alone, how can I strengthen it more? Like have it
Just keep
become deeper
practicing.
so I can be in control of it more? Just the practice.
Yes, just a practice, and you can focus on chakra meditation also, but be careful, don't do anything excessive. Okay, do chakra meditation, that is safe only, because I have sent, right, what is the color of the chakra. So start from the root chakra to the Sahasrara chakra, take few 1 minute in each chakra and start focusing on the chakra, the color of the chakra, the petals, see the picture, put the picture there, you just focus, and that will balance your root chakra. And so slowly Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Anya, and then Sahasrara chakra. Do this chakra meditation, that will be helpful. And you can do the Bij mantra chanting also, Lam, Vam, Hum. There are many, maybe I'll share separately. I don't know if it is good to share in the group, because
I would love
not
it.
everyone will be able to follow. Suddenly it might open something up, because there are cases like in Ayurveda hospitals, you know what happens, like when someone very curious start doing Kundalini activation, okay, they don't have a proper guru, or the guru itself is not having enough knowledge. So what happens, they start with this chakra meditation and all, they got stuck in Manipura, or they get stuck in
Okay.
Swadhisthana. So what happens, a lot of sexual desires, they don't see things properly, they see everything sexually, that kind of issues happen. Or if the Manipura is activated too much, lot of digestion, lot of fire, pitta, vata in their body, and that stimulates them a lot of anger and all. So one person, like my friend is a Ayurveda doctor, so she was talking about this. One day a patient came and he's stuck in the Mooladhara chakra. He's not able to go beyond, but only who have knowledge about this yogic lifestyle can know, because we all did yoga teacher training together, so she was able to understand. But others, they were like making fun, hey, what is this Mooladhara, why is blocked? But because he did without any support, there is a, like, finding guru, it will happen to you. Like when you're ready, you will find your guru. Keep searching, keep seeking, find the articles, read about it. One will take you to the another to understand. Okay, so
Okay.
do that
Yeah.
and keep continuing your practice, but don't do anything excessive, and take rest days also. It should
Okay.
not like psychosomatic, we say, right, from the mind to the body, it should not come as a pain to your body. If your body is paining, if your body is showing up, listen to the cues that your body is showing. Okay, take rest on those
Okay.
days. So when you do all these things, you can do it better, and you continue with your practice. Whatever you're doing, continue with your practice. But whenever you feel like it is going out of control, because not everyone is capable of understanding what you're doing. Okay, for some it is fine,
Yes.
for some it is fun. So don't think about others. It is okay, whatever others say, but get back to Upanshu chanting, get back to Vaikari chanting, so that you get it back into yourself.
Okay.
Sorry,
Thank you very much.
No
I
Thank
have
worries.
a
you.
question. I know time is running. I will ask a very quick question. Like, but
if you skip some levels, like for example visual like mantras, right, can you jump into transcendental meditation like level? Because what's happened with me, I was studying as a yoga teacher. I did like 250 hours course, and my meditation teacher wasn't well, but we still were keep practicing, of course, asana and meditations. And during the like 1 month, I felt only like maybe 2 times connected. I mean, with the meditation. But what happened to me by the end? Towards the end of the course, I was very often listening mantras and chanting them together with the music. But by the end of the course, I started like randomly do it without any efforts or without any thoughts. It's just randomly happen when I start chanting, and it's made me feel better. And it's like a little bit disconnect me from the but I never did like visual mantras and stuff. So is it possible to skip some levels like previous one to reach this transcendental meditation level?
Yeah, it is definitely possible because it depends on the individual. Okay, so maybe you spend a lot of time in Vaikari, like chanting the mantras, listening to the mantras, that becomes a muscle memory for you. Okay, so after that, it happens to me. Some mantras, not, if you think about it, not all the mantras will be happening like that. Some mantras will happen like that. It is normal. If you want to go through this in a structural way, you go through this way. But after Madhyama, it is just going into the transcendental state. It is okay. It depends on you. That is what? How much you practice. Okay, that depends. Like, it depends on that. That
Okay,
is what,
thank you.
yeah, it is okay. That is fine. It is up to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. All good. Okay, so let's get back into the topic. So there is something called Siddhi of the mantra. Alexa, like whatever you told, it's kind of Siddhi. Okay, Siddhi is attaining the power of the mantra. If you keep chanting, if you go through all these meditation, you get the Siddhi of the mantra, the power of the mantra, or what you say, the benefit of the mantra. Okay, that is called Siddhi. So how the Siddhi is derived is, so if you chant 108 Vaikari mantra, Vaikari chanting, that is japa. For example, I'm chanting 108 times Om, that is equivalent to 1 Madhyama. Okay, so 108 Vaikari is equivalent to 1 chanting of Madhyama. So if you're doing 1 Om mentally, that is equivalent to 108 Vaikari. Okay, similar way, 1 Pashyanti is 108 Madhyama, which means you visualize the mantra, you're doing the chanting, that is equivalent to 108 Madhyama. Then mathematically 108 into 108. So 108 Vaikari, 108 Madhyama is equal to 1 Pashyanti. Okay, and then when you come to para chanting is all of this together, right? I just know, I don't want to give the wrong thing, so I just note it down. So one para chanting is 12,59,712 Vaikari chants. You just put 108 into 4, you will get that calculation. So 12,59,712 Vaikari chant is equal to 1 para. So which means, so why I'm telling this, so for example, how do you get the siddhi of this mantra is, it should be chanted lakhs and lakhs of time, then only you get the siddhi of each mantra. So we don't have time for that. So many siddhas, many rishis, very many munis, how they are able to, how did they get the siddhi of the mantras is like this. So they don't simply start. So if you, this is little bit of intellectual behaving, okay? If you simply sit and do Vaikari chanting all your life, it will not reach to your para, okay? But when you cross these levels, 1 Pashyanti equal to 108 Madhyama, and 1 Madhyama equal to 108 chanting of Vaikari. So just imagine how powerful the para chanting is. So this rishis and munis, they will directly start doing para chanting. so that they can cover these many lakhs of chanting. Okay, so this is called Siddhi of the chanting. So Siddhi of the mantra. To attain it, there is something called, every mantra has one Siddhi. If you go and check Om Namah Shivaya, these many times you have to chant that mantra to attain the Siddhi of that mantra. Okay, so that is how they achieved the Siddhi, by doing the para. But to reach to para, you have to follow all these things and you have to keep practicing. So what I'm telling here is, to attain a siddhi of a mantra, you have to keep practicing all these things. For example, if you have done 108 Om chanting, which means you have done one Madhyama. So try to cross these levels with consistent practice. Because when you go into a spiritual path, when you become a sadhaka, for example, sadhaka means who performs the sadhana. Sadhana is a practice. When you choose a deity and do a sadhana or become a sadhaka, then this is important. If you don't do, it is okay. It is good for your mental health. Keep meditating. But if you choose that path of spirituality, chantings are very important. That will help you bypass many things and just reach up to the enlightenment sooner. You will keep getting the next steps. Okay, so this one I just wanted to tell, because it is a part of Vedas and scriptures. Many things are not told to everyone. Okay, because people will simply jump, okay, I'll do para, but reach up to para is difficult. That you have to understand. So this is how you can, once you reach, it is easy for you. You can do para chanting, which is equivalent to 3 into 108 times of Vaikari. So just want to know to tell the importance of it. I am just explaining this concept. Okay, good, clear? So this is the extra information I just wanted to give you. So just go from down. Okay, Pashyanti is 108 Madhyama. Madhyama is 108 Vaikari. You can do the calculation. You will get this one. 12,59,712 chantings of Vaikari is one para. That is how you attain the Siddhi. Okay. So now we will go back to today's topic. So, okay. Shall we do Om chanting, learn Om chanting now, or we will cover it after the topic? And okay, the topic is not much. I'll share the PPT and just go through it. So you will understand what we have learned so far and how we are going to integrate the philosophy and practice. This is living off the mat, not just on the mat. Okay, so that is what we are going to learn. How are we going to live off the mat? So yoga is an integrated way of life. Yoga extends beyond the mat. That is what we keep understanding from all these classes. Okay, it is an integration of awareness, discipline, and clarity into daily life. Mat to life. How do we do it? Observe rather than react. Always observe. Remain steady amid change. Whatever changes happen, stick to your practice. Be steady. Everything that we have learned in all these classes will keep you at this state. Okay? Carry awareness into daily situation. How from the mat you go off the mat? Because while practicing asana itself, you're carrying awareness. With your breath, you carry awareness. With the posture, you carry awareness. With the vinyasa flow, you carry awareness. So automatically it comes into. So after, you might have seen differences in you. After practicing yoga, you can listen to the breeze, not just sense it on your body. You can listen to the sound of it. And no more you like loud noises. You go very silent. You go inwards. You like peace. Like, for me, it is getting very difficult if I go to my hometown. In my home, everyone speaks. They are speaking louder. They are instantly chit-chatting. Like, TV is louder. I'm just asking my parents, like, can you please reduce the volume? Can you please talk slow? Can you please talk, like, don't talk louder? My mom is scolding me. What is this? I'm observing that every time. Okay, so it happens. So that is what yoga will teach us. Okay, carrying awareness. If someone is doing something, you understand that. You have the intuition. Okay, 8 limbs as one system, yama and niyama, ethical foundation that brings ethics to your life. Asana and pranayama, purification, detoxification of your body, detoxification of your breath. Pratyahara, inward awareness. Yeah, Radhika highlighted it properly. Pratyahara is not disciplined effort. Disciplined effort is abhyasa. Pratyahara is detachment. Okay, so you just withdraw from your senses. Dharana and dhyana is clarity, focus, concentration. Samadhi is you're finally integrating all together into your life. Okay, living yoga off the mat, ahimsa is thought. We saw, right? Non-violence. Ahimsa is non-violence. Which topic ahimsa comes? Which limb? Niyama. Okay, it comes under niyama. Santosha in daily life, which means contentment. How does contentment comes? Gratitude. Be grateful. Okay, conscious action. You don't just take actions, you don't just react, you choose actions consciously. And then awareness of habits and patterns. If you have some addiction, if you have some habits that is not good for you, you're aware of it. Only when you're aware, you can take the next step. So, for example, if you want to change in your life, you have to accept what is wrong in your life. So, that is what people do. They don't accept, they have ego, they have anger issues, but only when you understand. So, there is a saying, okay? For example, a smoker who smokes, who is a chain smoker, only he has to decide that he has to stop smoking. Then only he can stop smoking. 100 people around him can try everything, but he has to take the decision. And it comes with weight loss also. If someone wants to lose weight, that person should take that decision. You can tell, come on, motivate. But awareness of the habits and practices, you have to accept the reality. Okay, this is what I am. Don't fight the reality. Then awareness comes. Swadhyaya, self-observation. Self-study beyond text. Swadhyaya is not just reading the textbooks, observing habits, understanding your emotional patterns, cultivating inner maturity. Okay, that is Swadhyaya, self-study. Okay, so we are just going through every step, whatever we have learned so far. Okay, Swadhyaya is self-observation. So next one is effort and surrender. So what happens when you put your effort? So we have seen, right? You do asana on the mat, but don't focus on the result. You just do it. That becomes a flow. Surrender, Ishvara Pranidhana. Surrender of outcomes. Do not stick to the outcomes. Balance brings ease and depth. If you keep focusing on the outcome, you do some good deed to someone, for example, a charity. You're expecting them to say thank you to you. They don't expect. You keep fixing your mind on the outcome. Don't do that. Just do and do your work. Things will come thousandfold back to you. That is not a problem. But when you stick on to the outcome, that is how manifestations fail. You manifest on something, every day you see, is it happening? Is it happening? Is my account is full of money now? Is it happening? Did I find the right love? Okay, is this gonna be the guy? Is that gonna be the guy? Is this gonna be the girl I'm meeting? Okay, is she the one? No. Just surrender and go with the flow. You will find the right person, you will find the right job, you will be abundant. Okay, wealth, health, everything comes to you. So that is one big problem with manifestation. Yoga is continuous unfolding. What is it unfolding? It is unfolding you, unfolding the patterns, your thoughts. Okay, progress is reflected in clarity, compassion, and stability. Progress is not whether you're doing that asana, whether you're able to hold in headstand for 10 minutes, bakasana, kakasana for 10 minutes. It is clarity, compassion, and stability. Are you compassionate towards you when you do practice? If your back is aching after a certain limit, are you stopping it and think why it is? Am I not breathing properly? Am I not expanding my belly? Am I not expanding my chest? Am I doing it wrong? Am I dropping my neck back or I'm fighting my neck? So these are all comes with back bend practices. Clarity, compassion, and stability. Okay, understand yourself. So when practice and life merge, yoga becomes who we are. Yoga is who we are. Finally, the person, the changes that you have attained in your life. Okay, simple. Any questions? We just did a recap of what we have learned. All good? Shall we go with Om? Yeah, yes, Amrita.
Oh, sorry, I was unmuted all the time. I'm really
But
very
no
sorry.
voice, no sound. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, my question is that yama and niyama is for us only, right? because most aghoris don't follow yama niyamas. Means
So
if I
yama and niyamas are for us and for others as well.
others
Okay.
how, because aghoris are most highest this Shiva chanter, right? So they don't follow yama niyamas. If we notice them,
Now,
they don't.
how did they reach up to that state?
Yes,
That is a
after that, after
transcendental.
that,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
after that,
So
see, from us they become aghori, right? Aghori is a state. So aghori
uh,
state they don't follow, right? Means-
see, agori, that is a different concept. What is the
Mhm.
meaning of agori? Gori. What is gori? Dirt, ugly things. Agori means they have withdrawal. Nothing. They sit on a shower, they sit on a feces, nothing bothers them. So becoming a agori is totally a different concept. So there are concepts beyond this yogic lifestyle also. Okay, but when we talk about Ashtanga Yoga, when we talk about yogic lifestyle, we are trying to follow what is given in the Ashtanga Yoga philosophy. That is beyond your comprehension. That is totally different people. That is a spiritual path. This is a yogic path. Definitely, yogic path will lead you to the spiritual path if you're ready to move forward. It happens simultaneously. It doesn't happen you finish the yogic path and then you get into spiritual path. No, both happens when you're ready. Everything happens when you're ready. Okay, when you keep doubting, you don't trust yourself. When you keep doubting your life, when you keep doubting your body, doubting your mind, no trust, no surrender, then nothing will happen. That is the energy you create for yourself, the vibrations you create for yourself. Okay, so though that concept is totally different. Okay, yamas and niyamas, that is all beyond their body, beyond their mind, and they don't come and involve with normal
With
people.
Mhm.
But for us, we have to sustain in this world. If you want to choose to be a agori, they start with tantric practices and they just choose that path. There are fake agoris also.
Yes.
Agoris, they don't come into public place and mingle with people. They are totally away from everyone, everything. Only something called Kumbh Mela happens, right, in India. That time they come because
They
that
came.
is a tradition that they follow.
Mhm.
So we don't need to compare with Agoris because their standards are totally different. But we have to how to put yogic lifestyle into this what generation, the world, the place we are in, right? So that is the
I
thing.
have two more questions. One
Yeah.
is that I noticed this chakras and all this okay, but I believe my anahata chakra is lava. Anahata chakra somewhere defected. Defected means somewhere I can't control myself with Instagram. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, so I know this is bad, but I keep scrolling. Okay, so I know it is wasting my time. I know I have all these knowledges, but I keep doing this. So this is a problem. So how to rectify this? Many times I deactivated it. Then I went to this YouTube Shorts. Then again I came back to this.
Okay. So basically, this is not Anahata Chakra. It is still in the Mooladhara. Okay.
Okay.
That is a root. That is the
Uh-huh.
Mooladhara of you, of your body, of your mind. You have to
Hmm.
work on your Mooladhara Chakra. Do something for yourself. It is, of course, because the attention span is reduced now. Before and all, a video, same Instagram, it was for a minute, 2 minutes. We used to sit and watch. But now the attention span is decreased. More than 30 seconds, not worth watching. So that is why they put the hooks. You know, if you do this, you know, if you do that, the hooks, maybe we would have also done it. Okay, so it is a hooks. That is why they put the hook to captivate your focus. So work on this meditation. The attention span will increase and you will stop scrolling. The scrolling will also reduce. Start with Vaikari meditation. So this is your
Hmm.
Mooladhara. Okay, you have to strengthen your Mooladhara. Anahata is totally different. Anahata is about compassion, love,
Okay.
the
I thought my
feelings.
love for this Instagram. Sometimes I don't even finish one this reel, I go jump to the next one.
That
I
is
don't
one
feel like.
attention span. So it depends on what we are curious about. Okay, so it happens like that. So work on it. Continue with the meditation practices, especially Vaikari chanting. Okay, see the problem, if this is a problem when you don't
Yeah.
accept your issue, but now you're accepting this is it. So you already found the problem. You already have the root cause. Attention span is the root cause. Problem is doom scrolling. Okay, but you have to work on it. Some people don't even accept. Hey, I'm just doing it for fun. What is wrong in it? No, it is in affecting your productivity. You are losing time, and then you procrastinate things, and then everything falls
I
back.
keep my book aside and then keep scrolling. And I
So you
feel that I
have to,
will read after 2 minutes, but
yeah,
it 2
you
minutes
have
when go
to,
to 2 hours.
right, you have to make a plan. When you're studying, don't keep the phone with you. Keep it away. And there is something called Zen mode in the phone. Put it in Zen mode. How many hours you put, whatever you do, you cannot get back on the phone. You cannot restart your phone. I don't know if it is available in all the phones, but there is something called Zen mode. So activate that mode now. Don't do now. Okay,
No, what is Zen mode? I have to know this.
yeah, you do it later. Just write it down, do it later. Okay.
Amrita, I can text you in person because I also had this problem before. It's nothing has to do with your chakra. It's about fast dopamine, and you will
Please
need
do that.
just to replace your habits. I will text you in private message, not to spend
Please,
time
please, please
here.
do that. Thank you so very much because
You can
I'm
do to
really
all
fed
of
up
us,
with
Alexa.
myself.
You can do.
I'm really fed up. I know this is wrong, but I am keep doing it, and this is affect my rest things.
I will
Yeah.
text you.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
better share it with everyone. Maybe people are not telling, but still going through the same issues.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So all good. Shall we move on to Om chanting? Okay. So Om is a Pranava mantra. What is Pranava mantra? Pranava mantra means universal sound. Okay, universal sound in the sense it is in nature. Okay, some call it as the cosmic sound. In some places they call it as the natural sound. Okay, the Om. So if you go to a forest, just be aware and listen. Zzz, the sound will be there, the breeze, gentle breeze. Even if you close your eyes and listen, you will, any sound from nature, there is a Om to it. Okay, and if you go to a waterfall, close your eyes and listen, the water flowing, you will listen. Next time when you go, you just go and observe. There you will find this sound. So that is why it is universal. It can be natural sound also. It can be cosmic sound with certain vibration. They said like, I think it is 438, the vibration, but don't stick to it. Okay, the vibration increases when you keep chanting it. Okay, there is a vibration, that is fine, but if you, it will, the frequency increases if you keep chanting. And also that is why if you're with animals, the vibration increases. If you go and sit in the nature, especially water bodies under moon, so everything has vibration. So that is the universal sound, Pranava mantra. So Om, actually we chant it as A, U, Ma. Okay, Kara. So it is It is not. It is actually how it is become Om is. First, it was Ma only. Slowly, when you started chanting, the sound became Om. Then people started to chant it as Om and literally converted the like the spelling as Om. Okay, but if you want to feel the difference, you always chant it as Om. So even when starting, I do I don't do Om. When you start practicing, that will become a muscle memory. You don't anymore, you chant as Om. But there is nothing wrong in chanting Om. Anyways, the vibrations you get, it is the same. Okay, but do it in a proper way. So here, Akara, we call it as Akara, Ukara, Makara. Okay, together it is Omkara. Akara, Ukara. We write it as U, but we pronounce that U. Ukara. This is M is Makara. Okay, Makara. So in the sense you're not going to do Ma like that. Makara is a humming bee sound. In Brahmari Pranayama you would have done, or if you have heard, Bra in Sanskrit is honeybee. Mari is the sound produced by the honeybee. Okay, bra, Brahmari. It's not Brahmari, it is Brahmari. Okay, so Bra is honeybee. Mari is the sound produced by the honeybee. So how does it sound? So when you keep your lips gently closed, the tip of the lips touching each other, not pursing it, not like this, tip of it touching each other, and you produce a vibration and the sound louder. Inhale deeply. Okay, so how the sound is longer, it depends on your inhalation. The deeper you inhale, the longer is your exhalation. Okay, so now coming to akara, ukara, makara separately. So what is the sectional breathing? So what happens is whenever you breathe in, it is a natural flow of your breath and the natural movement happen in the body, but we are not aware of it. It is our body, but we are not aware how it is happening, what is happening. Okay, so when you do normal breathing, what happens? Three motions happen simultaneously. One is abdominal breathing, another one is chest, another one is clavicular, your shoulder collarbone. This is the collarbone here. Okay, so collarbone breathing, that is called as clavicular. So one is abdominal, another one is chest, which is thoracic breathing. Okay, the last one is clavicular breathing, shoulder breathing, shoulder or collarbone breathing. Usually they call it as collarbone breathing. Okay, so abdomen, chest, collarbone. Okay, so when it is coming to abdomen, what is the movement? Inhale, tummy out, exhale, tummy in. Okay, with abdomen, inhale, tummy out, exhale, tummy in, sorry. Okay, this is the abdominal breathing. When you come to chest breathing, there are two motions happening in thoracic. One is up and down, chest moves up, chest moves down. Another movement that is very subtle is your rib cage movement. When you keep your palms like this, here your thumb fingers out, your fingers facing each other. When you inhale, the fingers expand. When you exhale, fingers come down. Okay, this is rib cage out and in. That is a subtle movement. You cannot see, but you can see this up and down as better than this rib cage movement. Okay, so abdomen only in and out and in, but with chest, two movements happen. One is up and down chest movement, another one is enlarging of your rib and closing of your rib. So remember that too. You have to be aware when you're doing the breathing. And next one is collarbone breathing. So for example, some people the collarbone is visible, for some must because of muscles and flesh it is not visible. So there is one manual way to do it, but naturally for everyone, this collarbone raises up and drops down along with your chest, along with your abdomen. It doesn't happen one after another. It happens together. Just inhale and see. It goes up, comes down. But many of my students, it is natural only. I am able to see. I have asked my students. Some students say they cannot. Okay, so it depends. So just close. If you're not able to observe it, just manually lift your shoulders up, push your shoulders back, drop your shoulders down. Inhale, lift your shoulders, push your shoulders back, drop your shoulders down. When you keep doing this movement, slowly you will be able to observe the collarbone breathing as well. Okay, so these are called section: abdomen section, thoracic section, and clavicular section. So how do we do sorry, did I say Vyagraha Swasha? It is Vibhagya Swasha. I'm sorry. Vyagraha Swasha is the tiger breathing. Okay, Vibhagya Swasha. So that is sectional breathing. Take a note. So whatever we spoke is Vibhagya Swasha, sectional breathing, okay? Abdomen, chest, clavicular. It happens together. There is no separate breathing. Whenever you breathe in, all these raises up. Whenever you breathe out, not from the clavicular again. Stomach, chest, collarbone. That is how you start observing. But all these happen simultaneously. Okay, before you chant Om, you have to understand these sections. Now coming back to Om chanting. So what happens in Om chanting? When you chant Akara, the vibrations comes from your abdomen. You can place your right palm on your stomach and do inhale deeply. You feel the vibrations from your stomach. You can do it later also. So Akara, the vibrations are produced from your stomach. Okay, when you do Ukara, the vibrations are produced from your chest. You can close your eyes, place your palm on your chest and go ahead. You can feel the vibrations from your chest. Okay, and when you do Makara, the vibrations are from the upper part of the body, which is your facial muscles. Okay, or two areas you can keep and check. One is your forehead and tip of your lips. This one you don't even you need to place the palms or fingers. You will feel the tip of the lips vibrating. Sometimes it feels itchy also because it keeps vibrating. Or you can place it on the forehead. Take a deep inhalation. You feel the vibration on your forehead. Okay, here these are the places where the vibrations are produced. So now you know where you have to focus when you do Ma chanting. So when you start doing chanting, first start with this procedure. When you do so two things you have to keep in your mind when you chant Omkara is, one is, it should be, if you're a beginner, it should be 1:1:1 ratio. What is this ratio? 1:1:1, which means the time you chant should be the same time you should be chanting U, should be the same time you chanting the Ma. So for you can take it like this so that you understand. Okay. So for example, if I chant, it is not a calculation, it is in your mind. Okay. For example, I do no. However you do the same time you have to chant U, the same time you have to chant Ma. It comes with practice. Initially you can count in your mind 1 2 1 2 U, 1 2 Ma. That is 1:1:1 ratio. When you keep practicing it, you can manipulate it however you want. And if you want deep sense of relaxation, you do 1:1:2. So prolonging Makara, that will give a deep sense of relaxation. That is why Brahmari Pranayama is even taught to cancer patients. It helps in regeneration of the cells and also repairing of the cells. That is scientifically proven. They call it as humming bee sound. But actually that is Brahmari Pranayama. Okay? Ma, 1:1:1. So it goes like I finished there. Okay, and one more thing. One is this ratio. Another thing you have to keep in your mind is transition. Transition of the karas. You don't do suddenly ma. No. There should be a smooth transition. Nobody should be knowing that I have come to I have come to ma. If you see my mouth, then only you can understand. And for yourself, you will know. But for others, it should be sounding like Om when you continuously chanting. So if you see my lips, I start with no gap in between. You transition smoothly from a, uma. These two things you have to keep in mind when you chant a, uma. See, already I'm feeling that buzz in my head. If you do it properly, so something happened, like one experience chanting. I usually do 108 times of Om chanting, and I do Namah Shivaya chanting also. So I was in Dubai for a few years. I was working there. So I just go to the park and I just start chanting Om. Okay, like the time people will not be there, I just go and chant in the early morning. So one time when I was chanting, like when there are birds there, but when I finished one or time chanting of Omkara, I have a video of it also. I have posted on my social media. Lot of birds, a lot of birds. That vibration will attract the birds. It is a frequency, the birds feel good, nice. So when I opened my eyes, I'm seeing a lot of sparrows, because we don't see sparrows nowadays because of the frequencies, the vibration, the interruption of frequencies for the mobile phones, EMF, electromagnetic frequencies we have in our watch. Whenever you use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, then you are compromised. Okay, it has been 1 year I have stopped. I was using a Garmin EMF watch only to track my sleep, to track my calories, to track how many calories I'm burning and all that. But now it's been a year, I have stopped using it because that interrupts your hormones. Okay, the electromagnetic frequencies. That is why you don't see much birds nowadays in the cities, in urban places, because they interrupt with the signals, they interrupt with the circadian rhythm. So try to avoid all these things as much as possible. If you're at home, if you're sleeping, turn your Wi-Fi off. Sorry, turn your Wi-Fi off. That is my alarm for my next class. So turn your Wi-Fi off. Okay, if you are using alarm, try to keep it in that physical form of clocks we have, right? Try to use that. Turn your mobile data, turn off your mobile data and your Wi-Fi. Try to stay away from all these frequencies that is stronger, very stronger. Wherever birds cannot reach, which means humans can also not. So in earlier days, if you find a bird in some place, it means there can be a civilization there. Then only birds will be there. Okay. So try to incorporate all these things in your life so that your body is also aligned with nature. You don't go against nature. Okay. Even doom scrolling, because we are using Wi-Fi constantly, we are getting addicted to all those things. Try to stay away from all these electromagnetic frequencies. Try to get a digital watch. Simply go back to past, whatever our ancestors did without. But because of Wi-Fi only we are connecting today, right? It is necessary. I'm not telling it is not necessary. Go to Himalayas and stay there. No, but use it wisely. Whenever you can turn it off, turn it off. Keep it away. Whenever you can turn your watches off, keep it, because you're always being tracked from the companies or whoever we are subscribing to. They're always keeping our data, they're always tracking us. Okay, and also location, also try to turn it off sometimes. Whenever you go out, it doesn't mean all the time you have to keep your location on, data on. Whenever, according to your needs, do that. So that is what, coming back to that example. So I see a lot of birds chirping coming next to me, very closer. It is not just far away. I'm sitting, I'm just seeing the birds, because usually they get scared of humans, right? But I see a lot of birds coming closer to me when I finish the meditation. So the vibrations are so high. That is how you increase your vibration. Keep chanting, not just Om. Slowly transcend, slowly ascend to different mantras. Know the meaning of the mantras. When you're chanting something, know the meaning of it. That is very important. Okay. So that is how it helped me. Clear how to chant Umakara? So can we try once? Shall we try once? Close your eyes, relax your body. We will do a Umakara chanting 1:1:1 ratio. That depends on you, how long you chant That is the first chanting, and proceed with U and Ma. Take a deep inhalation. Inhale deeply. Relax and observe. Slowly and gently blink your eyes open. If you have completed, no urgency if you have completed. Okay, you will definitely have the difference when you simply chant without awareness, when you chant with awareness, okay? And also, A comes from stomach. You can start observing your stomach when you chant A. So what we do few times of A, we do few times of U, we do few times of Ma Kara, and then we proceed with A, U, Ma chanting. That is a systematic way of preparing yourself for the Om chanting. You can do like that also. That is Vibhagya Swasham. Okay? So, all clear? Can we take 2 minutes for the quiz if you are okay? So that you will know what you have learned so far. So it will be funny only. It will not be like so difficult. Okay. Ashtanga Yoga literally refers to 8 postures, 8 limbs, 8 breaths. A, B, C. Which one it is?
Limbs.
Yeah. You can all unmute. You can all unmute. No problem. Okay. Okay. Next one. Which comes first in Patanjali's path? Asana, pranayama, yama.
Yama.
Right. Yeah. Patanjali path is nothing but Ashtanga Yoga only. Okay. Vinyasa mainly connects strength and flexibility, breath and movement, speed and endurance.
Breath and movement.
Right. Correct. Okay. Which of the following is not a klesha? You know what we heard? Klesha? Remember what is klesha? Okay. Avidya, raga, santosha. What is not klesha?
Santosha.
Very good, correct. Because santosha is it is from niyama. Okay, so klesha is raga is attachment. Avidya is wrong knowledge. If you remember from the kleshas, okay, kleshas are something the sufferings that you are going to suffer because of this. Okay, santosha is niyama. Samskaras are best described as. Yesterday we saw about samskaras. Muscles of the mind, mental impressions, energy channels. Samskaras. What are samskaras? Are
Energy
those?
channels.
No.
Can you
Not
repeat the
Patterns
variant?
of the mind.
That are so samskaras are impressions, correct? What
Impressions.
are the impressions you have from long period of time with your habits, with the patterns of the thoughts? What are the impressions you have got? Okay, good. So prana primarily moves through chakras, nadis or koshas?
Nadi.
Nadis. Nadi, chakra. Okay. Koshas comes in between. Good. Which chakra relates to expressions and truth? Anahata, Vishuddha, Anya.
Vishuddha.
Yeah.
Throat chakra. Correct.
Oh.
Anahata. Sorry, Vishuddha is throat chakra. So truth, speaking up. That is Vishuddha chakra. Okay. Good. Deeper purpose of yoga is flexibility, silence of mind, living with awareness.
Living with awareness.
Living with awareness.
Yeah, right. Nice. Okay. So out of all these questions, which question made you to pause?
Sanskara.
Samskara?
Only.
No.
Yes,
No. For
only
you?
that question made me pause.
Before samskara question about
Samskara.
Raja.
Okay. That's all. Simple. Okay. I just wanted so that it will be a recap for you and it will be fun to understand things. Okay. Good. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here every day, being consistent. It is okay if you're not being present here also, but you're learning through the recordings. Hope I added some values into your practices, understanding knowledge. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Continue with your practice. If you have any questions, you know my number. You can always text me. Some of you are already texting and asking me questions. I'm very glad. I'm happy to explain anything in my knowledge. Okay. If not, I'll learn and come back to you. So please please learn all these things. Go through your notes. Okay. Learn everything. Put it into your practice. Off the mat is main thing that you learn from yoga. Okay. Please share your feedback in the group. I'll be very happy to see your feedback, how it helped you. and what did you learn and how you are going to implement. Thank you, Radhika. Thank you so much, everyone, for asking questions, making me think better, making me learn as well. Thank you so much for joining today and for all the classes. Okay, see you all. If there are any courses in future,
Tomorrow.
please do join back. Okay,
Thank
thank you
you,
so
Oh,
much.
ma'am.
this is
Thank
our
you,
last
ma'am.
class.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Yep.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Namaste.
Thank
Namaste.
you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.